Hello dear student, I am Sudhir Kumar, English lecturer from Sri J.P. Sharma Inter College, Baberu, Banda. Today I will teach you class 12th English prose, lesson 6, topic Women's Education, part 2. It is written by Dr. S. Radha Krishnan. Children, before starting the lesson, we can see here some point that is related to chapter. Point number A, compassion is the quality of the women. Point number B, these are the two things which mold men, women, minds and hearts. Point number C, main purpose of education. Point number D, after independent women are coming into their own existence. Dear student, before starting the lesson, we can discuss something about that, the previous knowledge. Dear student, as if you have already read and studied the first part of this lesson, we are living in an age where there are great opportunities for women in social work, public life and administration. Society needs women of disciplined minds and restrained manners. The author is not satisfied with the type of education that Indian women are getting. Girls' education is not widespread, so the institutions imparting education to girls should be encouraged. Compassion is the quality of more characteristic of women than of men. Without these qualities, we are only human animals, nara pasu, not more than that. Without these qualities, we are only human animals, nara pasu, nor more than that. Dear student, you have read and study about the lesson before. My first introductory question, what do we get from our college? Your answer will be education. My next question, what is the purpose of our education? Your answer will be to enlighten ourselves and society. Next and last, whom is more needed to enlighten in our society at present? This is a problematic question. I will tell you something about that. Girls have the same right to education as boys. Educated girls can make informed choices and form a far better range of options. Educating girls saves life and builds stronger families, communities and economies. And educated female population increases a country's productivity and fuels economic growth. Dear student, today we will study the most important chapter, Women's Education, part 2/2. Dear student, before starting the lesson, we discuss some points about the author, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. He was born in 1888 and died in 1975. We are celebrated Teacher's Day on the day of his birthday. He is a writer of this lesson. Dear student, we have already read and study about the author in before class. So, we will start the paragraph of next part of this video. Compassion, daya, is the quality which is more characteristic of women than of men. I read recently a book which speaks about the decline of womanhood and says that this is so because there is a decline in compassion. In other words, the natural quality of woman is compassion. If you do not have compassion, you are not human. It is therefore essential for every human being to develop the quality of considerateness, kindness, and compassion. Without these qualities, we are only human animals, nara pasu, not more than that. Dear student, you can see here difficult word of this paragraph. Compassion means pity. Considerateness means sympathetic concern for the right and feeling of other. Dear student, how you can write reference, context and explanation in the exam, you can see here carefully. Reference, these lines have been taken from the lesson Women's Education, written by Dr. S. Radha Krishnan. Context, in these lines the writer talks about compassion, which is one of the greatest quality of human beings. He says that being compassionate is natural to a woman. Explanation, the writer says that compassion or pity is a quality that is typically found in women. The writer recently reads the book on the decline of womanhood because the feeling of compassion or sympathy grew less in them. It is an inborn quality of woman. A person who is not compassionate toward his fellow beings cannot be called a human. Without such qualities, a man, his life, an animal, he will not be called civilized. We should thus develop sympathy and concern for other. Dear student, you can see here a picture Mother Teresa. You know very well about the Saint Mother Teresa. You can see here she is very kindness and care for all types of patients and orphan children. My dear student, I want some question from this paragraph. Question number 1. What is the natural quality of woman? Your answer will be compassion is the natural quality of woman. Second question is, what is the author annexes for? Answer, the author annexes for the study of our great classics and the study of the classics of all countries of which we are the inheritors. Dear student, we will discuss about constituent of good life in the next paragraph. There is a famous verse which tells us Sansara Visvrach In this imperfect world, Sansara, there are two fruits of inimitable quality. They are the study of our great classics and communion with great minds. These two are the things which mold men's minds and hearts. I am an access that our great classics should be studied, the classics of all countries of which we are the inheritors. It is in a small dialogue in an Upanishad that a question is put: what constitutes the essence of good life? The teacher replies, didn't you hear the answer? There are thunderclap, the. Immediately the teacher explained that these are the essence of good life: Dhamma, Dana, Daya. They constitute the essential of good life. Dear student, you can see here difficult words of this paragraph. Verse means poem. Sansara Vraksh means of the world which is a poison tree. Imitable. Dear student, you can see here a difficult meaning of this paragraph. Verse means poem. Sansara Vraksh means of the world which is a poison tree. Inimitable means matchless. Classics means great ancient books. Communion with great minds means contact with great intellectuals. Dear student, you can see and listen it carefully. How will you write reference and context? These lines have been taken from the lesson Women's Education written by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. It is reference. Context: the author tells in these lines essence of a good life. Explanation: the author here refers to an old and famous verse that tells us that the world is wicked like a poisonous tree. It is an imperfect world we live in. The valuable points keep in mind are that we should make a thorough study of our old great classics, and we should seek the company of the wise men. These two things will develop our reason and emotions. Dear student, I want some question from this paragraph. Question number 1. What are the two fruits of inimitable quality? I think your answer: the study of our great classics and the sharing of ideas with great minds are the true fruits of inimitable quality. My second question: what is the teacher explain? Your answer will be: the teacher explained that Dhamma, Dan, Daya were the essence of good life. Dear children, the chief purpose of education, it is not merely in acquiring the skill or information, but the initiation into a higher life we will discuss in the next paragraph. You must have Dhamma or self-control, restraint, which is the mark of human being. In the Ramayana, when Lakshmana sets out for the forest, his mother tells him, Look upon Rama as your father Dasratha. Look upon Sita as myself, as your mother. Look upon the forest as Ayodhya. Go, my dear. There are your so many thrilling stories in our classics which will instill into us great moral strength, which will lay down for us the lines on which we have to conduct ourselves. Give us good women, we will have a great civilization. Give us good mother, we will have great nation. Dear student, you can see here difficult words of this paragraph. The word mold. You can see here mold or mold means shape, constitutes means makes, essence means conclusion, the means first letter of the means dama, and second letter the means dan, and third letter of the means daya. Restrained means control, sets out means goes. Dear student, you can see here reference, context and explanation. These lines have been taken from the lesson Women's Education, written by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. Context. The author tells us the utility of the great classics and the great scholars in molding our life. Explanation. The author says that the essence of good life are Dhamma, Dan and Daya. Dhamma means here that refers to self-control. Everyone should control desire. Dana means here refers to the donation. You can say dan, donation made for the good of others. Daya means mercy. They all constitute the main elements of life. The learned author realizes the value of women's education and says, give us good mother, we will have great nation. Give us good women, we will have great civilization. There is a reference to the Ramayana when Lakshmana's mother tells him, look upon Rama as your father. This is the remarkable sign of our old Indian culture. The learned author realizes the value of women's education and says, give us good women, we will have great civilization. Such is the importance of women's education. Dear student, you can see here the picture of Vedic education. Here you find the teacher explain and give lecture, and the students, the peoples adopt their education in a forest. Dear student, I want some question from this paragraph that you have read. My question is, which is the mark of human being? Your answer will be, you must have Dhamma or self-control, restraint, or the mark of human being. Second question, what is the use of technical skill? The use of technical skill is that it enables us to earn our livelihood. Dear children, the chief purpose of education, it is not merely in acquiring the skill or information, but initiation into a higher life. We will discuss it in the next paragraph. When you talk about education, you have several aims in view. Give the people, those who are taught knowledge of the world in which they live, science, history, and geography enable you to get that knowledge. You also train to people to acquire some technical skill by which they can earn a livelihood. But what is there specific about the kind of educations imparted in the institutions of our country? We have heard that the chief purpose of education is not merely the acquiring of skill or information, but the initiation into a higher life. Initiation into a world which transcends the world of space and time, though the latter informs and animates the former. That has been the main purpose of education. For some centuries, we neglected our women folk. Our tradition, however, has been somewhat different. For some centuries, we neglected our women folk. Our tradition, however, has been somewhat different. पूरा कल्पेश यहाँ से बंद करिए. Initiation into a world which transcends the world of space and time, though the latter informs and animates the former. That has been the main purpose of education. For some centuries, we neglected our women folk. Our tradition, however, has been somewhat different. Pura kalpesh narinam mandiram vandanam nisita adhyapna vednam gayatri vaiknam tatha. Pura kalpesh narinam mandiram vandanam nisita adhyapna ka vednam Gayatri Vaiknam Tatha. Dear student, we can see here a difficult meaning of this paragraph. Higher life means spiritual life, transcendence means rise above, world of space and time means the physical world that exists in space and time, informs and animates means enlightenment and put life into. Neglected means did not care for. Women folk means society of women. Dear student, how will you write reference, context and explanation? Reference. These lines have been taken. Dear student, you can see here how will you write reference, context and explanation. Reference. These lines have been taken from the lesson Women's Education written by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. Context. Here the writer suggests the women to study certain useful subject for journal education and for their livelihood. He further says that there, apart from given knowledge of the world, technical skill must also be imparted to student. Explanation. The author says that education has a definite purpose or aim. When we impart education to the students, we have a number of aims in front of us. The first purpose is to give the students such a science, history and geography. Apart from these subjects, we must also train the students to be able to acquire some technical skill by which they can earn their livelihood. The other purpose of education is thus to teach the people to gain applied and industrial ability to do jobs. The writer says that we neglected women for few centuries in our society, but our tradition was different. In ancient time, women allowed for worshipping in the temple, reading Vedas and chant the Gayatri mantra. Dear student, you can see here a picture, men and a woman, a man and a woman sitting and worshipping a statue of God. You can see here. Dear student, I want some question from this paragraph. Name of the subject which give us knowledge of the world? I think your answer will be science, history and geography are the subject which give us knowledge of the world. My next question, how do you know that a woman had high place in ancient India? I tell you the answer of this question. We know that our women had a high place in ancient India because they were entitled to Upanayan, to study the Vedas and to the chanting of the Gayatri japa. Dear student, in ancient time, women had ceremony of Upanayan performance of them. They had the rights for everything. After independence, through the effort of Gandhiji, a revolution is taking place and women are coming into their own. Today, we will study it about the next paragraph. For some centuries, we neglected our women folk. Our tradition, however, has been somewhat different. पुराकल्पेश नारीनाम वंदनाम मंदिराम निश्चिता अध्यापना, क्या लगाया हो यार, इसको काटिए सर जी. We will study it about in next paragraph. In ancient times, a woman had the ceremony of Upanayan performed for them. They were entitled to a study of the Vedas. They were also entitled to the chanting of the Gayatri japa. All these things were open to our women. But our civilization became arrested, and one of the main signs of the decay of our civilization is the subjection of women. After independence, through the exertion of Mahatma Gandhi, a revolution had been effected in our country and women are coming into their own. Dear student, you can see here difficult words. Ceremony means celebration, performed means observe, entitled means had the right of, chanting means recitation, decay means fall, exertion means efforts. A revolution has been effected means a revolution has been brought about coming to their own regarding their status. Dear student, you can see here reference, context and explanation. Reference. These lines have been taken from the lesson Women's Education, written by Dr. H.S. Radhakrishnan. Context. In these lines, the writer talks about the rights of women in ancient time. He also tells about the decay of civilization. Explanation. The writer says that in past, women had many rights like Upanayan ceremony and study of the Vedas. They were allowed to chant the Gayatri japa. This shows that women in past had more freedom and rights than now. They shared equal position in the society like men. But when our civilization was beginning to decline, it affected women's position in society. The main reason behind the decay of civilization was that social rights of women were taken away from them and they were made to confine within the houses only. After independence, through the effort of Gandhiji, a revolution is taking place and women are coming into their own. Dear student, I want a question from this paragraph. What is rights of women in past? I think your answer will be the women had many rites in past, just like Upanan ceremony, study the Vedas, and allowed to chant the Gayatri Jap. Dear student, after complete the lesson, we can discuss about some points. Point number A, present day condition and requirement regarding women. It is necessary for you to know what is condition and what is requirement of women in society nowadays. Point number B, the kind of education. It is compulsory for us and everyone which kind education should be for us and our society that provides us livelihood. Point number C, aim of education means what is intention of education that modifies us what is right and what is wrong. Next, the relevance of education. According it, we find the education is in very broad and in depth. Next and last, the disciplined mind of women. Societies needs disciplined minds of women because every know one two that their family should be very mannerable and cultured. Dear student, today we know about the thought of Dr. S. Radhakrishnan in this lesson, and opportunities available to women in India nowadays. Main intention of education in India for women. We know different of culture and uncultured mind. Dear students, I want to give you some question for homework. Dear student, I want to give you some question for homework. Question number 1, why is education compulsory for women nowadays in India? Number 2, what qualities are necessary for the development of human beings? Question number 3, what is one of the sign of the decline of civilization? Next and last, how women's empowerment through education can contribute in building a nation. Dear student, today we have studied class 12 subject English prose, lesson 6, topic women's education, part 2/2. In our next video, we will discuss about the next lesson of the English prose. I hope you understand the whole chapter very well. Thanks.